Hey everyone, it's Matt, your host for Anarchist Revolution. So I'm in here editing my videos from today, where I went out to vote and stuff, and questioned people about who they're voting for and why, and just in one of them deep thoughts, meditative states, really reflecting on everything. And I was debating a bunch of people on the Libertarian Party of Canada Facebook page, and a bunch of these libertarians on there are just like, they're arguing that we still need some form of government. We couldn't just eliminate it. And like I was in this deep meditative thought of mindset, and it just really hit me so hard that it boggles my mind that we're in 2014 and we still have to even have a debate on something as simple as we know it's wrong to force people to do things or pay for things. If they're not hurting anyone, it's wrong to force someone to give you things. We just don't go around stealing from people in society. But yet we got this institution called government that steals from people in society. And people can argue and make the claim that, it's stealing with representation. Okay, it's not, well, you get hospitals out of it, you get roads, but the bottom line is people jump and skip right over the major moral flaw there, that you're taking things. Okay, so, we got to steal from you. We got to take your money so we can have roads and hospitals. Yeah, and anarchists are simply calling you guys out saying, hey, you can have roads and hospitals without stealing from people. It's just that simple. And it boggles our mind, us anarchists, who understand this concept completely. And then you constantly see people debating on, well, we need a little government. When people debate for a little government, any government at all, whether it's 1% in the size of our current form of government, what they're debating and what they're arguing for is, well, we need to steal money from you so we can have these goods, so we can have these services. And it's so crazy that we raise children, these same people that argue for a state society, will probably go and tell all their kids that it's wrong to steal, it's wrong to hit, it's wrong to murder, but yet argue for a state that the only reason it can exist is through forcibly taxing the population. And all we're trying to say, hey, I got a solution out there for you statists. Keep your states. But how about you just give us a chunk of land somewhere, I don't even know where. See, maybe you statists can, if you love your freedom in America and Canada so much, bulk into one side of the country. Just give us a chunk of land somewhere that we can go do our thing. And don't come and bug us and try and steal our money and everything. If you can do that, we will show you that anarchy will work. And we know anarchy works. Anarchy, people will say, well, how do we know anarchy works? We've had this constitutional government for the last 100 or 2 years. Well, look, at least it did some good things, which I argue not, because the entire time they're stealing from people. So, you can't do good things while violating people's moral rights by stealing from them. So, it's very simple. Anarchy works because just look in your everyday life. Anytime there's a voluntary, peaceful interaction with two individuals with no coercion, that's anarchy. You talking with a friend. Is your friend are you forcing your friend to be there? Are you forcing your friend to talk to you, to hang out with you? No. Your wife or your boyfriend or your husband. Are you forcing that person to be with you? No, it's a peaceful, voluntary interaction. You guys both gain something from it. That's why you're together. When you go to the store, does the manager of the store force you to buy his goods and services? No. You do it because you feel you're getting value of whatever he's having to offer. And all anarchists are trying to say to you people that they're so simple, that people have gotten so brainwashed that they can't even see this. That we just want things to be done peaceful and voluntary and no coercion. So if someone says, well, if we don't steal from you, we won't have hospitals. Well, we'll have hospitals. People need hospitals. And let's say that I say to those statists with that argument, do you want a hospital? Well, yeah, I want a hospital. Well, then there you go. You will fund it. You will buy it then. You don't need to force everyone to do it, because clearly we need a hospital, so people will voluntarily pay in to get the hospital. But what they won't get is things like wars and drone policies and NSA spying and the militarization of the police. All these things that your taxpayer money goes to, that you're like, shit, I didn't want it to go to that. But you know, it got bulked in and we got some roads and some hospitals. So yeah, we'll just cut our loss, right? Well, I'm sorry. It's 2014. We're living in the future. And it's time to shape up and point out the gun in the room. The government is force and coercion. If the IRS agent comes and knocks on my door and says, hey, you want to pay into this system called government? We'll give you guys roads. We'll supply you with health care. We'll give police to your community. And I say, you know, that sounds pretty tempting. How much? Okay. No, I don't. You know, I don't want to do that. I'd rather buy those things for myself. And if they left me alone, and unless I didn't hurt a single person, I was fine, then that would be great. That'd be great society. Then like I said, you statists could go and be in your little government-run society. But you don't. Us anarchists who try to even opt out of the system and try to just live a peaceful life get harassed for doing victimless crimes, tax evasion, working under the table. Maybe an anarchist likes to smoke a little marijuana or some drugs, or do some drugs, which now with research has come out showing that a lot of beneficial, cannabis reducing cancer, tumors, mushrooms helping with PTSD in soldiers. So if we're just, you know, sitting over here in our non-violent society, our anarchist society, you statists just can't help it but to come over and send the cops after us for victimless crimes. So you see, we need to try and get through this to you guys so that we can end this stuff. Government is force and coercion. If you don't have the say in the matter of whether you want to pay into it, well, that's what's wrong with the system. Accountability goes out the window. It's very simple logic. I'm your host for Anarchist Revolution, signing off.